Hey everybody. Last time I talked about the new year, talked about been running for 6 years, but I realized it's actually 7 years. 2015 is when I started, so that's 7 years of consistent running. I would say consistent. I wouldn't say I've run a regular program for 7 years. There have been months where I've only gone out maybe even 4 or 5 times, like this last November. But it's been a consistent part of my life, and I feel like it's really helped me. I watched some of these videos, and man, I am just I feel a little bit bored watching myself talk. I'm very low key. I feel like I'm more low key than I was even 5 years ago. Just in the yeah, just in I don't know. Like I feel content, but I don't have a lot of ups. I have more downs than ups, but the downs aren't too low. But I think what I'm trying to say is that running has really helped me just even like regulate my emotions and my attitude and how I just live as far as reacting to circumstances. And I feel that now, like I just went out for like a 5K and it's really cold out, but I feel amazing. I feel like I want to run in the cold more. Like it's not a burden at all. And I think the blood flow and the chemicalness of it all just makes me feel better. And if I can have that consistently in my life, it benefits me and it benefits my family and people around me. So yeah, I guess I'm 40 now, and I am into low key things. So some people like pick up hockey or basketball or I don't know, skydiving or whatever, and that's great. But a thought occurred to me is like maybe people my age who aren't as active as maybe they were, in gym class 25 years ago or whatever. Maybe would be into more low key things. Like if you know what pickleball is, I've never got to play it, but I know a lot of older people are into it because it's kind of like tennis, but it's not as hard on your joints. But I thought about like, people come to our house and we do backyard games but even running is very low key and it's very like personal. So you can run a race and just be racing for yourself. You can go as fast or as slow as you want, and if you make it over the finish line, you did it, right? And that's the goal of the whole thing. And I think there's no there's no real high competitiveness in it. There's no anxiety in it. There's no schedule that where you have to get up early and drive somewhere, and you don't have to really buy too much equipment. So I was thinking, I don't know if there's more kind of like 30s to 50s sports that people could get into, but I got into running in my 30s. And I encourage you, if you want to get active in something, find something that you like doing. It makes you feel good. Um, and yeah, I think it can be a positive thing to to pick up a new hobby, and if the hobby is something active, it's all the better. Yeah, and even in through those 7 years, as far as like equipment and stuff, I have bought lots of shoes. That's been the biggest expense. Mostly, I buy the running clothes from thrift stores. One tip though is thrift stores have a lot of like running like moisture wicking clothes. I would advise not buying those because someone else has been sweating in those, and at first you're like, it's no problem, but when you start sweating in them, it's like your sweat unlocks their sweat or something. Because yeah, that's kind of a gross thought, but that's what I experienced. So but if you get into running, you do like a 5K, usually a lot of those races they'll give you a shirt to wear in that race and also just to use. So that's my one tip there. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep up the videos. This is video number 49. This is all, yeah, again, mostly for me. And I do find it interesting looking back on some of the things I've been saying, but also I'll try to make it a little bit more interesting. My son Jonas has been really badgering me over the fact that he has more YouTube followers or subscribers than I do now, so give him a follow. But also, so I figured I'd just put this out there. I've kind of shifted to YouTube more for like the 3 to 10 minute videos on subjects as opposed to maybe other social media. I just find it just kind of like it helps. It's a little bit more focused, so you can actually, and even spending 10 minutes watching something to learn is a good test of just the attention span, which is kind of sad but true. So anyways, I will be here if you have any ideas for yourself for getting active and how to stay motivated too. I think the main thing is just don't be hard on yourself, and just half of the battle is kind of like just diving in. It's like doing anything. Years ago, I worked at a skate park. I had no idea how to skateboard, and I had to learn how to drop in, and it was very terrifying at first, but once you figured it out, you just take that kind of leap of faith. And the same is for like running. Like the motivation isn't there. You have to create the motivation. You have to have your running clothes ready, and you have to like just go. You have to just, like, even if you don't want to, you just have to put on your shoes and just go. And once you go, like I've said many times, I've never regretted going on a run, ever. Once you go, it just kind of snowballs from there, and you just build on that. So for whatever your goals are this year, those are hopefully some tips you can kind of get translated in what you're doing. Yeah, anyways, have a great week. We're looking forward to some warm weather. Yeah, blessings.